We say espresso macchiato por favore to Mike Butler, Associate Director of Coffee at DMCC here in Dubai. Morning, Mike.
Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Tom.
I hope you've had your cup of coffee this morning. A big day for you guys. You have expanded DMCC's Coffee Centre. What was it and what's the new thing?
So I'm sure the listeners are familiar with DMCC as the leading free zone for trade in Dubai. But we also have a coffee centre within DMCC, which is a physical location located within Jafsa. And we're a trade support for the coffee industry across the value chain. And within our physical location, which is 15,000 square metres, we've expanded it. We've increased it to include additional office space for our members. So companies that want to trade from Dubai within the coffee space have got a fantastic place to work now.
Okay, and we were talking about this earlier. We're not going to dress this up as some massive new expansion of the coffee centre. It's been there a while. You've added some offices. Great, but it's not transformational. It's an incremental increase of the Dubai Coffee Centre. We wanted to talk to you more about what this says about Dubai's place in the coffee world. Reading comments from your colleague Ahmed bin Sulayem, the boss of DMCC, saying coffee is not just commodity, it is integral to the Arab world. Where do we stand, Mike, in Dubai as a global coffee trading hub?
So Dubai is increasingly becoming very important for coffee. So for a number of reasons. Firstly, our central location. If you think of where the production of coffee occurs, it's predominantly in South America and predominantly in Asia, and we're slap bang in the middle of that. So trade that wants to move around the world via Dubai makes a lot of sense. We've created a coffee hub within Dubai where we have over 300 members now across the value chain who are interacting with each other on a daily basis, and we're providing them with services from Dubai as well.
So if we go down to your coffee centre in Jebel Ali Free Zone,
yes,
we're just going to see bags and bags of coffee, am I right?
You'll see a lot of coffee there. So we do coffee storage, we assist with logistics, we assist with warehousing, but we also have production there as well. So we're roasting and packing coffee on behalf of many brands from around the world to supply the Middle East and North African market.
So if we can say with some conviction that Dubai is one of the world's leading hubs for gold, and DMCC is a part of that, and one of the leading hubs for diamonds. You can argue if it's number one or number three, but it's definitely in the absolute elite tier. Have we got there yet for coffee? My suspicion is we haven't, but you tell me.
Well, I think we have for coffee because we're the only genuine coffee hub in the world in DMCC. There isn't anyone else in the world that's currently doing all the activities that we're doing. So supporting trade, helping coffee companies grow their businesses, roasting and packing, and enabling business-to-business trade. There isn't another entity in the world that does that, and DMCC Coffee Centre has a unique position there.
And the coffee industry is changing. Let's hear from the guys from Nestle, the world's biggest coffee company now. David Rennie is the chairman of Nespresso. He's a very senior guy within Nestle, but that's one of his remits as well. This was him speaking recently at a Nestle Investor Day about how the coffee industry is changing.
Now, we've seen some big shifts in the category in recent years. Coffee shop experiences still really set the tone and the flavour of where you're going to see innovation coming. But also, especially during COVID and post-COVID, young consumers are finding new ways to experiment and create coffees in their own homes, and that gives us unique opportunities to develop solutions for them. Coffee is no longer just hot, drunk in the morning. It's now an all-day-round, versatile beverage drunk hot, cold and flavoured.
David Rennie there, the chairman of Nespresso within Nestle. The coffee market is changing. Mike, you've been in the coffee industry here and globally for years, decades now. You've worked for Coffee Planet, you've run coffee businesses, now you're at DMCC. What fundamental shifts are you seeing in the coffee industry?
So firstly, I think there's a lot of challenge around supply chain at the moment, and in production and in climate change. So there's quite a lot going on. So if I take those in order. So climate change is a problem for the market. It's causing a shortage of production in a number of countries, has done specifically in the last 2 to 3 years, which has caused a surge in coffee prices. However, there are opportunities as well. So many producers are now taking control. They're trying to learn more about their crop, understand the value of their crop at the origin. Some are even pushing the producer brands now, which we've seen particularly from the markets in Central America, notably Panama, where we've got premium coffees and brands being created by the producer rather than the likes of Nestle, for example. So there are opportunities for growth, but climate change is playing a part.
And prices have gone through the roof, haven't they? Looking at the ICE futures, coffee December 2025, 408. I think that's cents per pound. Is it? Well, but
it's expressed in dollars per pound.
Dollars per pound. Sorry,
Yes.
dollars per pound, not cents per pound. But it's up fourfold over the past 5 years. Back in 2021, it was about 100. Now it's just over 400. I mean, for any industry, that's a big shift.
It's tough. I mean, I started in coffee 10 years ago, and it was a dollar a pound pretty much, and now it's trading at over $4. So yes, it is a challenge, and people have had to adapt to that across the value chain, and it means that margins are getting squeezed across the board, and actually now it's filtering through to the consumer, and they're having to pay more at the coffee shop as well. Notably in America, where the tariffs have now kicked in, and some of the prices in America for coffee are really growing quite steeply.
What are you seeing in terms of the local industry and the guys who use the coffee hub, the DMCC Coffee Hub, not just to trade coffee, it comes in from Panama or Brazil or whatever it is and then is exported to Europe or wherever it is. And that's fine, that wholesale business is important. But local roasters, we see, the likes of Arabica growing up here. We see these brands in the shopping malls and others as well, the homegrown brands. How are you seeing that evolve? How have you seen that evolve over the past few years? And where's it going?
It's evolved a lot. So when I moved to Dubai 11 years ago, a lot of the coffee was roasted outside of the Gulf and brought in from the States or Europe. But now local roasting is a really big deal in the UAE. Consumers are demanding to have a freshly roasted product. It tastes materially different.
Does it?
It does. So,
if it's roasted here rather than in Seattle.
So if you keep a coffee for 4 to 5 months, it's a noticeable difference between that and freshly roasted coffee. And consumers are picking this up and they're demanding that. So many of the members that we deal with at the Coffee Centre are global brands that have chosen to roast with us to supply the local market because they know the competition is hotting up. So if you look at the retail brands that have grown in this market, they are locally roasting, and the global brands are noticing this. So they want to make sure they're not losing that competitive advantage.
Finally, Mike, $2.5 for a cup of coffee. Tom, you spotted this one. What was it?
It was Roasters who ran this new promotion, opening a new store. Roasters, a homegrown brand, of course, they're doing very well. I think their 11th store open at the Boulevard. They put together this world record 2,500 dirhams, basically for a cup of coffee, but it was the experience as well. Look, that's great. It makes for good headlines. The fact that people signed up for that gives me an indication of just how much a coffee culture there is here.
There's a huge coffee...
10 seconds on this, Mike. We've got
a huge coffee culture, and we support that with our coffee auction at DMCC, which is at World of Coffee, in January next year, and you'll see some even better prices.
Oh, lovely. I know a good auctioneer if you need one.
Super, thank you.
Gentleman to my right. Good speaking to you, Mike. Appreciate it. Mike Butler, Associate Director, Coffee DMCC.
Just the highlights. This is the Bite Size Business Breakfast.